Good morning, dear students. Welcome to Narayana online classes. For class 7 students, today's topic is geometrical representation of elements. Geometrical representation of elements and including electronic configuration we will discuss here. Okay. Now here, for example, if we take a simple element like oxygen atom I am taking. Okay. Now the symbol for oxygen atom we are taking as capital O, and here this oxygen atom is having atomic number, it is 8, and mass number it is 16. Mass number is 16. Now here this is the representation for an element, for a specific element. Oxygen 8, 16. 8 tells about atomic number. 8 tells about atomic number and 16 tells about mass number. 16 tells about mass number. Now mass number is represented by here it is A, and atomic number represented by Z here. And if we come to whatever the element we are taking, the representation for an element is capital X we can take. Means geometrical representation if we take X, Z, A we can take. X, Z, A. X tells about an element, Z tells about the atomic number, and A tells about mass number of the specific element. Okay. And here this Z or atomic number if you take for any element, it will be equal to the number of electrons. Number of electrons. Okay. In the present in the atom I can take. And here mass number is equal to, it is the sum of the number of protons and number of neutrons I can take. Then here for calculating the number of protons, simply we can take as atomic number is equal to number of electrons as well as number of protons we can take for any neutral element it is. Okay. Now for calculating the number of neutrons, there is a simple formula, that is number of neutrons is equal to A minus Z if you take, then here 16 minus 8 I am taking, that will be equal to number of electrons will be 8 here. Number of neutrons will be 8 here. Now for this specific element oxygen atom, number of electrons will be 8, number of protons also 8, number of neutrons also 8 only. Okay. And here according to the Bohr-Puri rules if you take, whatever the element we are taking in the outermost shell, if it is having octet stability, means if it is having 8 electrons, that element is stable. Means here according to the Bohr-Puri principle if we take here distribution of electron, if you take each orbit, first orbit, second orbit, third orbit, fourth orbit, like that infinite number of orbits will be there. And here for each orbit, okay, by using a simple formula, that is 2n square formula, n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 up to infinity I can take. N tells about the orbit number. N tells about the orbit number. Now here if you have substitute n is equal to 1 in this 2n square formula, you will get a 2. N is equal to 2 if we take, you will get as 2 into 2 square, that will be equal to 8. N is equal to 3 if you take 2 into 3 square, then that will be equal to 18. Like that you will get the maximum number of electrons present in each orbit will be there. But according to Bohr-Puri principle, in each orbit except first orbit, okay, maximum number of electrons should be depending upon 2n square formula I can calculate, but at least if the orbit is outermost orbit if it is having 8 electrons, then it is stable. After filling 8 electrons, then if it is incomplete also that orbit, electrons will be entering into the higher orbit according to Bohr-Puri rules. Now for example, if we take this oxygen atom, electronic configuration according to Bohr-Puri rules, if we take total number of electrons 8 are there. Now if you apply this 2n square formula, n is equal to 1 if you take 2 electrons will be there, then first orbit 2 electrons are there. Now come to second orbit, n is equal to 2 if you take maximum number of electrons, how many will be there? 8 electrons will be there. But we have how many electrons maximum here in oxygen atom? 6 electrons are there. Means the electronic configuration for oxygen atom I can take as it is 2, 6. 2, 6. This 2 for first orbit, this 6 electrons for the second orbit will be there. Okay. If the orbit is the outermost orbit, if it is having 8 electrons, it is having octet stability. Octet stable. Now few examples we will discuss about electronic configuration for the different elements we will see. Okay. Now here, for example, I will start from hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon if you take. Hydrogen, hydrogen atomic number 1 means only one electron is there. Means the symbol geometrical representation if you take it is 1H1. Helium if you take it is 2 He24. Lithium 3 7. Beryllium 4 9. Boron 5 11. Carbon 6 12. Nitrogen 7 14. Oxygen 8 16. Fluorine 9 19. Neon 10 20. These are the geometrical representation for the elements I can take. Okay. Now here for these elements, if you come to the number of electrons, number of protons and number of neutrons, if you take here number of electrons, number of protons, number of neutrons, and then come to the electronic configuration for that specific element if you take. Hydrogen, one electron is there and here one proton is there but neutrons are 0. Then electronic configuration we are taking as only one. First orbit, only one orbit we have, one electron is there. That is only present in the first orbit here. Now come to 2He4. Then 2 electrons, 2 protons, 2 neutrons. So electronic configuration is only 2. Now come to lithium. Atomic number 3. Number of electrons are 3. Number of protons also 3. Then 7 minus 3 if you take 4. 4 are the number of neutrons. And the electronic configuration I can take as it is 2, 1. Outermost orbit is the second orbit. Second orbit is having only one electron. Now come to beryllium. Atomic number is 4. Number of electrons are 4. Protons also 4. But neutrons are 5. And the electronic configuration I can take as 2, 2. Okay. Now come to boron. Electrons are 5. Protons also 5. But neutrons are 6. Electronic configuration I can take as 2, 3. Okay. Like that we can write the electronic configuration for the different elements. Okay, and we can write the number of electrons and the number of protons and number of neutrons. I am repeating once again. For any neutral element, number of electrons will be equal to number of protons. And for the calculation of number of neutrons, we have to take as mass number minus atomic number. If you take, we can calculate the number of neutrons here. Then here, carbon if you take it is 6, here also 6, then here also 6, electronic configuration 2, 4 I am taking. For nitrogen it is 7, here also 7, here also 7, and here it is 2, 5 is the electronic configuration. For oxygen atom if it is 8, here also 8, here also 8, then this is 2, 6, and for fluorine atom it is 9, here also 9, here 10, then 2, 7, come to neon 10, 10, 10, then it is 2, 8, 2, 8. Okay, like that we can write the electronic configuration for different elements. Okay, now one more example we discuss about calcium element if you take. Calcium atomic number is 20, mass number is 40, then 20 electrons, 20 protons, 20 neutrons are there. But if you come to the electronic configuration for this calcium atom, it is 2, 8, 8 up to here 18 completed. Then here 19, 20 means those 2 electrons will be entering into the 4th orbit. Why means here according to the Bohr-Puri principle, in each orbit except the first orbit, okay, minimum 8 electrons will be there. Means here for getting stability, here 8 electrons is there, Auger stability will be there. If 8 electrons are there, then automatically if we have more number of electrons also, electrons will be entering into the higher orbit because of the for getting stability only. Okay. Now here if you take as this is for calcium atom. Suppose if you take potassium, it is 2, 8, 8, 1 here. Like that, here we can write the electronic configuration for the different elements. Okay, thank you.